Hey everybody, this is me, Roger Aladdin Daltrey, and welcome to my latest video. Today we remember the 40th anniversary of Sid Vicious's death from the Sex Pistols. So, to honour that, I'm going to give you a quick synopsis of the Nevermind the Bollocks, Here's the Sex Pistols album. Which is a bit explicit, but people say, well no, it's only your bad mind. But what can be done? So I thought I'd give you a quick review of this. The Nevermind the Bollocks, Here's the Sex Pistols debut album, and it's the only album that they released, and boy, what an album this is. And this was ranked at number 41 on Rolling Stone's 500 Greatest Albums of All Time. Now, the track listing on the back here is all wrong, so what I'm going to have to do is just I'm going to say what the actual, I'll just randomize them, so let's see. So, I think Holidays in the Sun is an amazing opening track. And I just love the music and John Lydon's funny vocals. And in fact, it was his birthday 2 days ago, so happy belated birthday, John Lydon. And yeah, I find the music of Holidays in the Sun amazing. Holiday on its own is a song title by Green Day. And it comes off the 2004 record, American Idiot. Celebrating its 15th anniversary this year, wow. And then with The Sun, we could have something like The Sun Goes Down, which is a song title by Thin Lizzy, on 1983's Thunder and Lightning. And then we could have, of course, Into the Sun, which is a song titled by Grand Funk Railroad on 1969's On Time, which I did the unboxing video for. Stay tuned for Volume 2's video soon enough, guys. And then we can have Waiting for the Sun by The Doors, even though the title track is on Morrison Hotel from 1970. So that is for that one. Yeah, I think Holidays in the Sun is a great opening track. I like it. And it could be like saying Staring at the Sun, which is a song titled by U2 from 1997's Pop. So, what else we got in here? So, I like Holidays in the Sun. I like Bodies. I think Bodies is an amazing second track on the album. And I love the music in it. It's probably my favourite track on this album, aside from the two hit singles on here. But Bodies is great, because I like how John Lydon is raging on it. And Bodies is also a song titled by Robbie Williams as well, and I think that's one of his best songs ever. And it appears on the Early Roots of AHSW 1968-1978 playlist, which was the years when Waltz was on drums, and obviously for Little Mix, it would then be for when Jesse Nelson would be in the band. And speaking of which, I went onto the internet today and I noticed that the LM6 album might be coming out, and I hope that gets released in 2020, because Little Mix needs to do the LM5 tour first, because again guys, Little Mix are great, and soon I might be doing a video in which I mention an artist that I am a complete fan of. And you're going to find out who it is when I get to that. But anyway, Bodies, great song. Now, I don't know what the next track is, but I think the next one is Problems. And Problems, it could be like saying Popular Problems, which is album titled by Leonard Cohen, which was released in 2014 and celebrating its 5th anniversary this year. His penultimate studio album, even though he has a new one coming out, which is his posthumous, but I don't know when it's coming out. So anyway, I like Problems on here. I kind of like Submission as well. And it could be nearly like saying Subdivisions, which is a song titled by Rush from 1982's Signals. And I think that's a good song as well. And I like, of course, God Save the Queen. God Save the Queen is a classic. And that God Save the Queen is also a song titled by Queen, which is the closing track of 1975's Night at the Opera, and every time they finish a concert after We Are the Champions from News of the World, they always play the God Save the Queen. That's only the British national anthem. But anyway, I like that one. God on Its Own is a song titled by John Lennon, and it comes off his 1970 record, Plastic Ono Band. And then we could have something like God Knows, which is a song titled by Bob Dylan from 1990's Under the Red Sky, but recorded first during the Oh Mercy sessions. And yeah, with Save the Queen, it could be like saying Save the Land by Grand Funk Railroad on 1971's E Pluribus Funk. And then we could have Save the Children by Marvin Gaye on 1971's What's Going On. So that's what we have for God Save the Queen. And then I love the other hit single on here, Anarchy in the UK. What a great song. Rolling Stone magazine ranks that as the 56th greatest song of all time, and I think God Save the Queen is 176. I'm not so sure, but it's definitely up there. So yeah, I like the Anarchy in the UK a lot. I do like 17 on here, and I think 17 is also a song titled by Foreigner from a 1979 record, Head Games, celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. Wow. Which is pretty good. And then Liar is another good song on here as well, and it's a song titled by Queen from their 1973 self-titled debut. And I like New York. The music on that is really haunting in my mind. I like really dark haunting music, which is great. And New York is also an album titled by Lou Reed, celebrating its 30th anniversary this year. And then it's also a song titled by U2, coming off the 2000 record, All That You Can't Leave Behind. And then we can have, of course, Talking New York by Bob Dylan on his 1962 self-titled debut, which is the first original composition you can hear by him, which makes it amazing. And I also like and then maybe Hard Times in New York Town by Bob Dylan as well. So that's what I like on that one. And then with another one on here, and then the last 3 tracks I have to mention here are EMI, which is a record label. Radiohead had that up until the Hail to the Thief record. And what else is there? There's also and then I think Barclay's Horse had it as well, where John Lee's mentioned. We're going to do a song for you now from EMI. That's what it is. I like the ending, but I like how John Lydon at the end goes on that, which makes it really funny. So yeah, that one. No Feelings is not really one of the ones I think of that much, but like there's not that many song associations for that one. But actually, there is. With No, we could have No Reply, which is a song titled by the Beatles on 1964's Beatles for Sale, celebrating 55 years this year, as well as A Hard Day's Night from the Beatles. And we can have No Reply at All by Genesis from 1981's Abacab. And then the last one to mention on here is Pretty Vacant. And it could be like saying Darling Pretty. If you take out Vacant and keep Pretty but Darling in front, we could have Darling Pretty, which is a song titled by Mark Knopfler from 1996's Golden Heart. And now I actually have Golden Heart in my CD collection. I am yet to buy more Mark Knopfler albums. I think next week I'm buying Ragpicker's Dream. And I didn't get a chance to buy Saint Philadelphia yet. And I forgot to mention I also bought albums by Pearl Jam and the Red Hot Chili Peppers, which is cool. So yeah, that's the Pretty Vacant album. That's that. And boy, what a great album this is. I think Glenn Matlock plays on some of these songs as well, because he got sacked because he likes the Beatles. Like, if anybody wanted to join my band, you get sacked if you're a fan of that Swedish artist. But it's your own. But you can still like them if you want. You just won't be allowed to join my band if you like that artist. If you like that Swedish artist, who I can't even say their name. Right. So that is this record for you, the Sex Pistols album. So that's it. That's my video now of the Sex Pistols debut album. I can't believe it's been 40 years since Sid Vicious left us, and as a matter of fact, there's actually a Final 24 documentary of Sid Vicious' Final 24 Hours, and that was how I first came across the Sex Pistols name. So it's worth checking out. Sid Vicious died at age 21 on February 2nd, 1979, and he was from a fatal overdose from heroin. So now, 40 years on, I do this video for you, where I review this album. So thank you very much, guys. Take care and bye-bye. And stay tuned tomorrow for the Buddy Holly 60th anniversary tribute.